For the next few hours, nothing exists except for Cleveland high school sports. Because the Quad Brothers are here. Outlaw!
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Quad Brothers Sports Show. My name is Kevin Hanley. Got my homie in the house with me, the homie Eli Robinson, the producer.
What up?
Philly Phil, I guess is coming. Reg is out tonight for personal reasons. Shout out Reg. So pretty good week in high school football. We were at a couple of games this weekend. I was out in Beechwood to watch the Bison take on Independence, and Phil and Eli were out in Garfield to watch the Bulldogs host the Maple Heights Mustangs. So two good games we went to this well.
Yeah.
Yes and no. Depending on who you're rooting for, they were good games. It was definitely some barbecue chicken served up.
Cajun
this weekend, all kinds of chicken. We were out last week. Phil was out, Reggie was out, I was in Philly. Love Philadelphia, man. Love that city. Gotta go, man. Gotta go. Shout out to all the homies, man, at the game. The game didn't end the way I wanted to, but you know, that is what it is. Browns got the win today.
Yes, sir.
Pretty convincing. Over Baltimore. I'm gonna do a little impromptu. I got beef here, maybe a little bit later on, but
okay.
Coach Riz coming up at 8:15. We'll be doing our predictions for the upcoming week in high school football. Coach Riz will join us. No guests today. We have no guests, so you know we'll see how the show goes. We'll see how it goes. But Browns got the win today. There's another team in this city that's out of playoff contention, but, you know, we won't talk about them yet either.
You had to go there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You had to go there.
Yep,
my
I did.
goodness. Oh,
I did.
my goodness.
I did. Absolutely, I did.
I mean, just kick us while we down, man.
All right, hey, man.
No.
Don't
Rub
blame me.
salt in the
Don't blame me. It ain't my fault.
I mean, hey, rub salt in the wounds.
It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Don't blame me.
Yeah.
Blame the dudes on the field. That's them, not me.
I mean, injuries.
No, we're not trying to hear nothing about that.
No.
We're
We're
trying to hear nothing about that.
Injuries, you know.
No, we're not trying to hear nothing about no injuries.
Did you hear Joe Madden got released today?
I did, and
that's shocking because he brought them multiple playoff berths and
a World Series
title.
Yeah. I don't know. It's what it seems, and I don't know the whole story, so I don't want to, you know, comment completely on it because I don't know the whole story about it. I think the Cubs may have their, you know, expectation may be a little bit high. Slow down, Chicago. Slow down. I mean, you won a World Series 3 seasons ago. I mean, slow down, Chicago. Easy. You're not the Yankees. Take it easy.
I'll tell you who is going to be winning the World Series this year.
Who's that?
I'm on the bandwagon. The Atlanta Braves.
Oh, okay.
They are rolling right now.
All right. Well,
they got some real good talent down there.
They do, and you know, I think Reg kind of called that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Reg kind of called that one.
He did.
He kind of called that. Yeah, I mean they're playing good. And you can't really, you can't really be mad at the way they're doing and how they're producing down there in Atlanta.
But the Twins are in when they get in the playoffs. I'm sorry to say this, but they're going to be out the first round.
They play Tampa or Oakland? Who do they play in the first round?
They either play Tampa or Oakland because it's a tiebreaker once,
right.
2 wild card teams.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either Tampa or Oakland.
Okay.
If they play, if they play any one of those teams, Tampa is looking good and Oakland is looking good. So I mean, they might make it to the second round, but when they run into the Yankees or one of these big market teams, I mean, I'm just saying, like, or the Houston Astros. I got to give it props to Houston Astros as well.
You sure do. You sure do.
Because Minnesota got a lot of problems with their bullpen. Their bullpen is atrocious.
Yeah, they are. They are. Hey, somebody tell Gabrielle Union, hey, that was just business yesterday, man. That was, that was just business. It's not personal. We got love for you, sis. That was just business. Ohio State looking like the most dominant team in college football right now. Yeah, I get it. The competition has been that great.
Are they looking like the team of 2014 or better? Because the team of 2014 actually won the title.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much. To me, it doesn't look like they skipped a beat.
No,
at all. Under Ryan Day, going from Urban Meyer to Ryan Day, people thought, man, it's going to be a drop off. Yeah, this, that, and the other.
No, but Ryan Day got experience. Like, I didn't understand. I didn't realize he had so much experience as far as like coaching and whatnot.
Yeah,
I mean, he was a quarterback for Chip Kelly back at University of New Hampshire. He was the quarterback's coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. Then he was the quarterback coach of the San Francisco 49ers. He got a lot of pro experience and a lot of collegiate experience. So he's the right guy.
He's got a lot of experience. In Ohio State, they do look dominant. This was their first Big Ten game.
Right.
Nebraska was the first.
No, it was the second because they played Indiana.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I forgot about Indiana. So this was their second Big Ten game. They looked good in both games.
Mm-hmm.
And just like with any team, man, look, you can only play who's on your schedule. All right? You can only play who's on your schedule. So to sit there and be like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Hey, man, listen, the schedule is what it is, and Ohio State's schedule is no different than any other. They all play cupcakes to begin the season because that's how the way the system is set up. That's what it's advantageous for a team to play cupcakes to kind of look good and get tuned up for when you start hitting your conference schedule.
Right, but the I think the biggest acquisition, not discounting Justin Fields, the biggest acquisition on that Ohio State coaching staff is Greg Madison. You know who Greg Madison is. He was the former defense coordinator for Michigan.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got Greg Madison. They lured Greg Madison from Michigan.
I did not know that.
And then, Larry Johnson, he was at Penn State. Then they lured him away from Penn State, and he's the defense lineman coach. So, yeah.
so we're out here raiding other teams' rosters, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it. I'm all for it.
But their biggest test is next week. They got Michigan State coming in, and Michigan State always plays us hard.
Yes,
so,
they do. Do.
Let's see what happens. Next week.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you can't be too mad at it. Me personally, I'm glad to see him playing this way. I'm glad to see that it looks like everything is clicking. And Justin Fields has been a tremendous pickup for Ryan Day. Tremendous.
And J.K. Dobbins is looking mean, man. When he runs,
Michigan kid, I believe, right? Dobbins is from Michigan.
Mike Weber was a Michigan kid, but J.K. Dobbins is a Texas kid.
Okay, I'm with it. I got no issue with it.
Then they got Master Teague after him on the depth chart. I mean, they got a lot of weapons on offense.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah, and that's good because once they're gonna get through the they got to get through the Big Ten schedule. And honestly, look, I'm not even worried about Michigan this year. Michigan is a mess. They're a mess.
Yeah,
they're a mess.
They are. But
not worried about Michigan one bit.
Team I am worried about is Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin always comes in the shoe, and they always play us hard. Back in like the Lee Evans days, they played us hard, man.
That's the one team that we need to be worried about. That's the one team.
And Penn State.
Well, yeah, them and Penn State. You're right. Those are the teams that we need to be worried about.
Northwestern is looking good too.
Yeah. But I don't. I'm not too worried about Northwestern. No. I ain't too worried about them. Not at all. So let me just say this. So look, man, the Browns, they got a great win. It was a great win, and again, I'm not gonna poo-poo it. I'm not gonna, I'm really not. They had to have this game. They went out there and they won convincingly. It was 40-18 at one point.
Yeah.
So they won and they won convincingly. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it doesn't really matter. It does matter. It does matter because it puts them in first place in the AFC North. And it was a game that they absolutely had to have.
Right. When you go to M&T Bank Stadium against the Baltimore Ravens, man, it's hard to win in that stadium there. So yeah, we got the W. I think we need some minor adjustments like penalties. We had a lot of penalties, racked up on us, but I mean we still got the W.
Yeah.
But calm down on the penalties. Be more disciplined.
Yeah, I agree. And okay, so let me just I'll just say this. I do a little impromptu. I got beef right now.
Okay.
Because I saw a quote after the game.
What, Baker's?
Yeah, from Baker.
Oh boy.
Oh, I hope everybody keeps that same energy. When they threw us in the trash, we won't forget it. And quote. Oh, okay, all right. I'm officially sick of this dude. I just am. I really am.
Go ahead. Make your statement. I'm gonna come back in with a counter argument. Go ahead.
No. See, sorry, I'm trying to do something real quick here. So, what I'm saying is that me personally, I'm officially sick of Baker Mayfield. Say what you want about me, I don't really care. Call me a hater, yada yada yada. I don't really give a damn. I'm officially sick of Baker Mayfield. Shut up, just shut up. You haven't done anything in this league. The Browns haven't done anything. You're 2-2. And in week 1, you got blown out by 30. Where was that when you got blown out by 30, Baker? Oh, okay. You didn't have nothing to say then, huh? Now you won't forget everybody threw you in the trash. Shut up, dude. Just play football. Why does this dude try so hard to be the badass, cool quarterback? Why does he try so hard to be that? Just shut up. You're 2-2. And you beat the Ravens. Yes, it was a nice win. It's a good win. More nice. It was a good win. But shut up. You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything. The Browns haven't done anything. Just shut up and play. Go ahead, Eli.
All right. First of all, Baker Mayfield has always been like this. Always been like this. Had a chip on his shoulder ever since his high school days because he didn't get selected. He didn't get recruited by the schools that he wanted to, and he feels like all these teams passed up on him. He's always had that chip on the shoulder mentality, so you can't fault him for that. Baker is who he is. Point blank.
Join the club, Baker. You know how many guys out there didn't get to go to the colleges they didn't.
And
you know how many guys out there didn't get that.
If that motivates him, I'm on board with it.
Join the club, dude.
If that motivates him every Sunday to go out there and get us a win, then I'm on board with it.
They're 2-2. Now, if they were 10-2, I might feel a little bit different about it. Shut up. You haven't done anything yet. Even if you were 10-2, you haven't done anything. You haven't won anything yet.
Baker.
Don't make any sense. Just shut up, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what? What? Honestly, I'll say this. I have never heard, I can't remember the last time I've heard so much talking from a team that's done absolutely nothing in the league. Nothing. Zero. I don't remember the last time I've heard this much talking from a team that's done nothing. They have no clout, no cachet, no history, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you would think Freddie would be like, listen, man, chill, okay? Because we have to earn it yet. We have to earn it. We haven't earned anything yet. I cannot believe
And you don't think he's saying that?
Well, then
to
his
him
quarterback ain't listening, Eli. His quarterback's not listening. I just
That's
look,
his personality.
Oh, okay, all right. That's his personality, but it doesn't. You haven't done anything, Baker. You haven't done anything, dude. You haven't done anything.
I'll tell you who need to shut his mouth is Antonio Brown. He need to shut his damn mouth.
Antonio Brown's much more accomplished. He's done a ton more this week than Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, he has.
A ton more than Baker
But
Mayfield.
homie, you out of the league right now.
That
You
might
did
be
it.
true.
No, dude, he did it to himself.
That might
so
be true.
He need to sit at home with his $9 million or his 9 grievances and shut the hell up.
That might be true, but he's done a lot more than Baker Mayfield. He's got more room to talk than Baker Mayfield does. Even out of the league, he's got more room to talk than Baker Mayfield does. He's actually proven it on the field.
I'm not
He's actually
saying
gone
that.
and
I'm
done
just saying, like, you telling Baker Mayfield to shut his mouth
'Cause he hasn't
you
done
need to tell
anything.
Antonio Brown
He
to
hasn't
shut
done
his mouth.
anything. I've always maintained that Antonio Brown is a jerk for doing what he's been doing. He jerked himself out of $30 million. I'm not denying that. But if we're gonna put it out and say who's based on accomplishment, who's got more room to talk, it's Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown's a 6-time Pro Bowler. Baker Mayfield, I don't think so. You haven't done anything, dude. Oh, we won't forget about it. Threw you in the trash.
That's his motivation. All I'm gonna say. That's
No,
his
nobody
motivation.
threw you in the trash. You and the rest of your teammates did all that talking in the offseason. Your fans did all that talking in the offseason. You guys came out and probably got blown out by 30 by Tennessee.
What teammates did all that talking? Like I didn't hear. I didn't actually hear them say in the media. Oh, we the Browns. We believe in the hype. That you know what? That's the media that actually do that hype and crap, man.
I'm just saying. At least do something. Can you at least win a division before you start talking? I mean, can you at least do that? At least win the damn division, at least, baby.
Well, we up in the division, and it's gonna keep on rolling. The train is gonna keep on rolling.
Oh, don't even start with the train talk again. Because you took that L, didn't you, when you started that train talk, huh? Well, I don't think I forgot about that. Don't think I forgot about that.
You embarrassed me.
Mm-hmm.
You embarrassed me. I'm humble.
I'm getting beat today myself.
I'm getting beat today too.
Oh, and hey, thanks for nothing, Washington, for sitting McLaurin right before kickoff. Thanks for nothing, Washington. Thank you for absolutely nothing. Oh, that probably wouldn't help me. He probably wouldn't help me. He had Russell Wilson, all that kind of stuff. But still, thanks for absolutely nothing, Washington. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm gonna still keep McLaurin. I'm not giving up on him. I think the kid's gonna be.
I know one thing. Washington better put Dwayne Haskins in.
I think didn't they start him this week? I think they started him this week against the Giants. I think they started him. I saw something that said the Haskins era was beginning. I think they started him.
Well, I know the Daniel Jones era is beginning because they set Eli's ass down.
Yeah, I mean Jones looked good. I can't even front. Daniel Jones looked pretty good.
Josh Allen looks good too.
Yeah, I think he got hurt today too. Oh
wow.
I think something happened with one of the Patriots cornerbacks and he got hurt.
And that rookie in Jacksonville,
Minshew?
Yeah,
he's
looking good.
Yeah.
Did he get the W today?
I don't know. Did Jacksonville win? I'm not sure. You might want to check that and see. I'm not sure if Jacksonville won or not. I think they may have.
I'm check on that.
Yeah, you just I got Bleacher Report right here.
I got it right there.
Yeah, I think they might have won, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they actually. I believe they're still playing.
Oh, they're still playing.
The fourth quarter is 2017 Jacksonville.
Hey man, shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh yeah, they got that win today.
No, actually they're still going. It's 45 to 40.
Oh wow.
Bears 16-6 over the Vikings right now. Jaguars is up 20-17 over Denver. Chargers won. Panthers won.
That was a close one in Detroit, man.
Patriots won. Raiders beat the Colts. Giants, smash Washington 24-3. Titans won. Chiefs won. And the Seahawks won 2017.
I'm telling you, Miami is still tanking for that number 1 overall draft pick, and you know it's going to be Tua.
Miami's going winless this season. But really with Tua, they just traded their best offensive lineman. Is Tua really going to help? They just traded their best offensive lineman.
I don't know.
I don't know if Tua is really going to help them.
Then you got Dallas and New Orleans tonight, and then Cincinnati and
that's the
Pittsburgh.
game I'm watching. I need a Saints win. I need the Saints to come with it. Like New Orleans, I need.
You can't stand that Dallas.
I need. It would help. Yeah, it would help the Eagles immensely for them to really, for the Saints to come out on top. It would help the Eagles a lot. So yeah, Saints, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and make that happen for a brother. Make it happen for me because I need it. But I mean, look, this Tampa Bay and the Rams game is ridiculous. The Rams are the Rams getting exposed on defense? I think the Rams might be getting exposed on defense. Yes, they are. I think that he might be getting exposed
because I was at I was telling you I was at that game last week, in Cleveland, and they got exposed last weekend because when I was at the game, I didn't hear Marcus Peters' name called. I didn't hear who was the other Aqib Talib.
Aqib Talib, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear. Yeah. I didn't hear none of their names called for any tackles or anything. All I heard was Aaron Donald.
Oh, Aaron Donald is.
And Brockers.
Aaron Donald's got obviously. Aaron Donald's the best player in the league, so that just is what it is. Aaron Donald's the best player in the league, hands down. Anybody that says, best defensive player in the league. I don't. Well, is he? I mean, Khalil Mack's pretty good. There's some guy named Khalil Mack in Chicago is pretty good. So maybe. Oh yeah, I'm getting beat down big time. But I expected that though. I mean, I had one guy that's on bye. And then McLaurin didn't play, so yeah, I kind of expected to be getting beat like this. And I had to switch defenses. Oh, Indianapolis defense didn't give me jack. Thanks for nothing, Indianapolis. Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for nothing. Yeah, pretty much. And I had, man, it was just bad all the way around today for me, all the way around. So. All right, let's do this, man. Let's take a break.
Okay.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll chop it up some more. Phil will be here momentarily, and Coach Riz will be calling at 8:15. So we'll do our predictions. So all right, let's take a break. Your last name of the song.
The name of the song is called "Bankroll" by KM Beats. This is Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
Yep.
Tracks today.
All right, welcome back to the show. So we'll go over some of these scores. Obviously, we'll go over some of the scores from just this Friday. We were off last weekend, obviously, as I said before. So we're still trying to kind of get that figured out and where everybody is score-wise. And if we have to maybe do it after the show, we'll try to update it or something like that. But we'll go over some of the scores. We'll go over some of the scores from this past Friday night. So I was out at Beechwood. We'll start with a couple of games that we did. I was out at Beechwood, and Beechwood beat Independence 41-10.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
And honestly, it really wasn't even that close. Beechwood, DeJuan Gray is something special for Beechwood. That young man's a special player. And shout out to Coach Creel, man. There was a point when Beechwood was up by 25 in the third quarter, and they caught a personal foul penalty on really what was an unnecessary hit out of bounds by their DB on an Independence wide receiver. And during the ensuing, I won't call it, it wasn't like, melee is not the right word. Obviously the Independence folks were upset, and they called a foul on Beechwood. Pardon me. And Coach Creel, though, I don't know if he took a timeout or if Independence took a timeout, but Coach Creel used that time to get his team together. Got them all down in the huddle and was telling them just to play football, man. Just play football. And forget all the stupid stuff. And you got to respect that, man. Got to respect the coach who'll let his team know, hey, man, you guys are even up by 25. Hey, get it back under control. Reel it back in. So shout out to Coach Creel and Beechwood. And shout out to Ryan Peters, the AD out of Beechwood, for letting us come out. We really appreciate that. And it's a nice atmosphere out there at Beechwood High School. If you've never been to a game at Beechwood High School, I would suggest you go. It's a nice atmosphere out there. Nice field, nice facilities. It was nice. So Eli and Phil were at Garfield to see them host Maple.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Garfield. What happened? Garfield, Maple beat Garfield 64-20. Yeah, hit it.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
Yikes!
So after the third quarter, I just stopped recording.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Yeah, it was a bloodbath.
Yeah, definitely. Well, so we'll go over some of these scores. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I mean, Garfield got Torrance Davis, young man from Glenville, got him transferred there. He's in Garfield now, and I'm not sure what's going on out there at Garfield. But I trust that Coach Osborne will get it right out there. He'll get it right. It's transition season. Coach Riz is gone. Coach Osborne is back, and we'll talk to Coach Riz about that a little bit.
I'm looking at some scores from this past weekend. It was a lot of barbecue chicken out there.
A lot of chicken being served up. A lot. So let's go over some of these scores here. We're just going to kind of do this randomly. Just go over some scores, and we'll see some that stand out to us. And some schools, we'll try to do the schools we cover as well. All right, so let's start with Avon. Shout out to Avon, man. Top 25 member Tommy Lawrence, tackle for Avon. Avon beats Grafton Midview 56-0.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
Keep your hand on the button. Shout out to them boys out in Barberton. Barberton beats Richfield Revere 48-7.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
Shout out to Berea Mid Park, man. We haven't mentioned Berea Mid Park in a while, but Berea Mid Park beats Westlake 49-14.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
Good one between Brunswick and Strongsville. Strongsville comes up short. Brunswick gets the win 20-14 over Strongsville. Stop that. Canton McKinley and top 25 member Jalen Ross beats North Canton Hoover and top 25 member Connor Ashby 50-31. McKinley over Hoover. Let's go down the list for some more here. Kenston. Man, I don't know what's going on at Brush. I hope they can get a turnaround.
They haven't been good.
Coach Hall, we hoping y'all can get turned around out there.
Yeah.
Kenston beats Brush 50-12.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
Shout out to NDCL, man. NDCL beats Bedford 38-7.
You got barbecue barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
No, not good. Not good. But, you'll have games like that. Nothing to be ashamed of. Let's keep going here. Let's look for some more. Shout out to them boys out of Benny, man. Benny beats Austintown Fitch 42-7.
27.
I'm sorry, 42-27. Excuse me, my bad. Glenville over John Hay 19-6.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
13 points. That's not that bad. 19-6. Yeah, not bad. That's not barbecue chicken range. Just quite not yet. Shout out Cleveland Heights, man. Cleveland Heights beats Walsh Jesuit 38-30. Lutheran East beats Youngstown East 22-20 in 3 overtime. Shout out Lutheran East. John Marshall beats Lincoln West 39-0.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
Phil, I know you ain't here. Phil.
Oh, look at the score.
Rhodes beats JFK 32-14.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Come on now. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what. Look, man, I don't know what they're gonna need. What they're gonna need to do at JFK. I don't know. Some of those schools, JFK, Elyria. Sorry, I don't know what it's gonna take to turn them around out there. Because the week we were off, Elyria played Menor, I believe, right? The week we were off.
Yeah.
And Menor beat Elyria 73-0.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
Now I'm just saying that we were invited out to. We'll try to get out to Elyria. Probably the October 11th game against Shaker. We'll probably get out to Elyria for that one.
Well, I mean,
maybe
Shaker beat them bad last week, but they didn't do no better this week.
We have it on good authority that Elyria is going to blow out Shaker, is what we were told. So,
well, look at the score this week.
I'll look. I'm looking. I'm going down here. Let me see. Hold on now. Hold on. Who they play?
Euclid.
Okay, I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I got the score.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I see it there. Ooh. Euclid over Elyria 55-8.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
Here's my thing. If Elyria was, If Elyria was losing close games, 23-20, 20-18, 27-24, 14-7, something like that, it might be more respectable. Man, they got beat 73-0 one week and came back and got beat 55-8 the next week. That means that they got beat 128-8 over a 2-week period.
Hold on.
Now, Elyria, as usual, it's love, but we got to call a spade, man. Got to call a spade. That is 128-8 over a 2-week period. I mean, there's really not much you can say about that. You know what I mean? Like 128-8 over 2 weeks. Who is the defensive coordinator out in Elyria? That's like something has got to change. That's crazy.
Well, whoever he is, he ain't doing his job.
I feel bad for the kids out there, man. I feel bad for the kids. I'm sure the kids are working hard, and shout out to the people of Elyria for going out and supporting them and still trying to prop them up. And I'm not saying that I don't know, man. I don't know. We haven't seen Elyria play yet. Obviously, we're not the end-all, be-all, but we haven't seen Elyria play any games yet. So I'm not sure what they're running out there offensively. We'll try to reach out. Maybe we'll try to see if we can get Coach Culliver on the show next week. Because I'd like to know what's happening. I'd like to know what the vibe is around the team. I'd like to know what's going on in Elyria where, these young men, on defense they're just, for whatever reason, they're not getting the job done on defense. You can't get beat 128-8 over 2 weeks and say that you're anywhere close to getting the job done on defense. That's just not. And if you want to be taken seriously, you can't be getting beat down like that week in and week out and be taken seriously. You just can't. And I again, I don't know. I don't know what has to be done. I don't know. Got me. My hands are tied. My tongue's. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll try to get Coach Culliver on and see if he can lend us some insight, because I mean it's getting really bad out of Elyria. And how do you feel if you're Bedford? Bedford's the only team they've beaten in a couple of seasons. Yeah. Granted, it was 7-6, but they still won. If you're Bedford and you got beat 7-6 by Elyria, and then you see that they get beat 73-0 and then 55-8, I would feel sick if I was a Bedford player. And I know that's going to sound like a diss towards Elyria, but I'm just being honest. I would. If I played for Bedford, I'd be sick, knowing that we let that team. They went into that. No, I think Elyria was at home. But to know that team is getting beat like that, and we couldn't beat them, we only scored 6 points. I would feel sick if I was a Bedford player. I just would. All right. Let's see. Let's try to find some more scores here. Hold on. Shout out to Trinity, man. We deal with Trinity a little bit. Trinity beats Fairport Harbor Harding 29-7. 29-17, excuse me. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Oh, I'm going to try to find some more scores here. Hold on. Let me see. I'm just trying to find some scores and some teams that we Kirtland. Hey, man, shout out to Kirtland, Division 6 champions. We don't really cover anybody from Kirtland, but we got to give them their props, man. Kirtland 55-0 over Wycliffe.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me.
55-0. And I'm gonna say this too, because someone said, "Oh man, we didn't hear that." Hey man, shout out! You gotta get shout out to Maple. Shout out Maple. I'm not sure what's going on out in Garfield. I'm not exactly writing Garfield off, but man, 64-20. Shout out Maple. You get props. Maple went out there and handled their business. They went to Garfield and did that. You got to give them boys their props. And Garfield, I'm confident Coach Osborne to get it right and get it turned around. They got talent on that squad. I don't know what happened. I guess every now and then you're going to have a game like that, but that's not to take anything away from Maple. Maple, you did that. You did that. 64-20 against a team like Garfield, that's impressive. Very impressive. And you got to give them their props for that. So shout out Maple. I also want to do this. Shout out, man. St. Joseph's, Canada, Football North. Shout out. They've come down here. The first time we saw St. Joseph, they came down. They played Lorraine, and they got blowed out. They've now come down this season, and they've beaten Lorraine. And this weekend, they beat Ignatius. Shout out Football North St. Joseph's.
No, yeah.
Yeah, give them their claps. Applause. Oh, Canada. Canada came down here and got Ignatius. Sorry, it is what it is. If you're an Iggy fan, you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. It was a last-second field goal. That matters not. They came down here and beat Ignatius. And honestly, I think we all picked Ignatius. We all thought Ignatius would just run away with that game. And they came down here and got Iggy. So shout out to them. St. Joseph's, Football North, Canada. Salute, man. You came out here and you got one of the best. Man, what is going on? They got Iggy?
Yep.
Hey, man. That team is coming up. They're coming up. Those are two impressive wins to come down here and get Lorraine and get Iggy. Teams don't go there to play them. They come down here. They travel and come down here, and they come in and they play the big boys. And this is what we were talking about. We were talking about get a kicker. How did St. Joseph beat Iggy? Last second field goal. How you think that kicker feeling today? Probably pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no shame in being a kicker, man. Although I'm seeing more teams are putting more emphasis on the kicking game, but ain't no shame in being a kicker. They went out there and handled that. Got it done. Came down here and beat Ignatius. They beat one of the best teams in the state. And they deserve props for that. So, Maple, shout out to you. Football North St. Joseph's, shout out to you. You guys came down there and handled business. And you get nothing but respect for that. All right, so let's continue. Let's keep rolling. Lorraine. Hey, Lorraine bounced back. Shout out Lorraine, man. They beat Toledo Scott 66-0.
You got barbecue back there.
Yikes.
And you didn't invite me.
Yikes. 66-0. Like we already said, Maple over Garfield 64-20. Shout out to Jackson, man. Jackson beats Uniontown 28-3.
You got barbecue back there. And you didn't invite me.
Ooh, shout out to the Massillon Tigers. We got to get down. We got to get down to Massillon for a game this year. That might have to be an all-four. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Depending on what weekend it is. We got to get down to Massillon for the experience. Now, honestly, obviously, it won't be Massillon McKinley. I'm interested to see how that's gonna play out. How that atmosphere plays out in Canton. I'm interested to see that. Because I kind of feel like I know how it would have felt in old Fawcett Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Before the renovation and before it became new, sterile Tom Benson Stadium. I'm trying to think of that atmosphere at that stadium, and I don't know if it will feel the same. See, but
well, you remember the state championship, right?
Yeah, I do, but but I think that's these two teams in that area is just on another level, even above us. To me, even above a state championship game, because that was Eds and Coloran. This game is like ingrained in that community, and they've been playing for well over 100 years. This one game, and it's so important to the people down there. I don't know. I'd have to see it. So maybe we'll reach out, but it'll be through Canton McKinley. Massillon showed love. We called Massillon, and Massillon was like, yeah, come through. We'd have to contact McKinley and see, and see what they want to do with that. See if they'll let us come through. Massillon was like, yeah, don't worry about it. We got you. Come through. We got passes for you at the gate. And shout out to you, Massillon. We appreciate that. So I don't know. But it just something just that stadium that I guess you'd have to go and experience the game in Massillon first and then compare it to Tom Benson Stadium. You know what I mean? Like, me and Phil went down there and we were I converted Phil right away. Phil was an Ed Ziggy guy, and Phil was converted right away. Phil was converted to Massillon McKinley after going out there and experiencing that. I just don't know how that game will play out, being that it's in Canton at Tom Benson. Tom Benson is so sterile. Phil in the house. What up, Phil?
What's going on?
Oh, he ain't got his mic on. You gonna turn his mic on? You gonna turn the brother's mic on? Or what? You know what I mean? What up, Phil?
What's good?
Yeah. I was just talking about the us getting down to Massillon for a game this year. Just a game in Massillon.
Oh, okay. I don't care what it is.
Right, exactly. And would that game be the same at Tom Benson Stadium? Would the atmosphere be
Absolutely
the same at Tom?
not.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Absolutely not.
I can't see it. I just that stadium is too big and sterile. It's so new. There's something about that old school feel of Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. It's just that enhances the game, and I just don't think you'll get that at Tom Benson Stadium. I really don't.
Nah,
I don't think you'll get that.
This it feels like it looks like an NFL stadium.
It does.
It looks like it's not as big, but
But you could play it. The Chargers could play the Chargers Stadium. The stadium plays only 26,000. I think that stadium sits 25.
Nah.
You could the Chargers could come here and play.
I mean, it's gonna be nice because
It'll be a nice game.
They look good. The playoffs. You know what I'm saying? When Massillon had that whole side against, I forget who they were playing.
Hoping.
Yeah, but they were pretty loud.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's
Ain't Massillon.
it's definitely not.
It ain't Massillon McKinley. So all right. So Phil, let's switch. All right, Phil. So Phil come in. He Browns out. He got his Browns gear on. Browns get the win. And again, I'm not gonna poo-poo it. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna. Hey man, the same thing I said about the Eagles. Wow. It's the same thing that I said about the Eagles. The Eagles had to have it. They're Dallas is 3-0. The Eagles had to have it. They went in Lambeau and they got it done. I don't care what it looked like. They had to have it. The Browns, they had to have this one. And they went into Baltimore and they got it done. Here's my thing, and I think you missed this part, Phil. I'd had to do a mini I Got Beef.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
With y'all's quarterback. I'm officially sick of this dude, man.
Bruh.
We won't forget everybody that put us in the trash. You won't forget it. You're 2-2. Shut up.
It's just his personality, man.
I'm not even gonna flex. I'm tired of him.
Yeah, I mean,
you can tell I'm bruh. Shut up.
I mean, you're 2-2.
Shut up. I'm tired.
Just his
be
personality,
be
man.
Quiet. Play football.
Play football, bro.
Be quiet. When he was beefing with AB, I'm like, bruh, go study your playbook or something.
We talked about that too. Like if anybody got room to talk, I know he ain't in the league right now, but Antonio Brown is much more accomplished than Baker Mayfield.
And I was sitting. This is one thing that really pisses me off about this city and about these fans and about this media. And I exclude myself from them because they take these people and they run with them and they're just like, oh my God, how dare you say something critical of him? If you say so, you're a hater and you hate, you're not really a fan. Shut up.
Yep.
Shut up.
I love his personality.
It is okay to criticize. This is the problem with Cleveland. You guys don't want to criticize your own players. This is why you sitting here telling. Just some guy told me the other day when I was at work, like, oh, you jumping off the Baker bandwagon? No, I'm not jumping off the bandwagon, but he needs to shut up and play better. What is so wrong with that?
Like, because honestly, who do they play next? Who's on the schedule next?
San Francisco.
Okay, so then once they go out and lose to wait, San Francisco, Seattle, and who else?
New England.
Oh, okay, all right. So let's just say, just for argument's sake, let's just say they go 0-3 the next 3 games.
2-5.
You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, we won't forget about it. You're 2-2. It ain't like you went on an 8-game winning streak. You're 2-2.
That's just his mentality.
We'll change it. Shut up. You haven't done anything yet. I personally, and I'm not obviously, if you listen to the show long enough, you know, I'm not a Browns fan. I do not dislike the Browns. I actually don't mind seeing the Browns do well. I am officially sick and tired of this dude. Shut up. Shut up until you do something.
I want to ride with him so bad, but then he just does little things that just tick you off and irritates you. Like,
remember they said Manny's just being Manny. That's just Baker being Baker.
Well, Manning's being Manny because Manning has done something. You haven't done anything.
I mean, you know.
You've won 9 games in your entire. For you to sit there and what pissed me off is what really pissed me off is I was on that side of Aaron Goldhammer.
Oh,
because Aaron Goldhammer was telling everybody in Cleveland, like, yo, as much as Antonio Brown right now is a jackass, this man is a Hall of Fame wide receiver. Oh, he's not going into the Hall. No.
He's going
Antonio Brown is a Hall of Fame wide receiver.
Yep.
You've done nothing, and the guy he was doing the Saturday show jumped on it. Oh, you don't think Baker's going to be in the Hall of Fame?
What?
What are you talking about?
Oh my God!
He's in his sophomore season.
Oh my God!
He's in his 2nd year, and that was literally his question. You don't think Baker's going to be in the Hall of Fame?
No, we don't.
What? And Aaron was just like, what are you? This is his 2nd year. He's won 9 games. No, 9 games this year. He's won 9 games in his entire career. And you don't think he's going to be a Hall of Fame? Do you? What?
My head hurts.
No.
I'm glad I didn't hear that. I'm glad I didn't hear that.
Just shut up. Please. Just shut up.
and I am me person. I said it before. I'll say I am officially tired of Baker. Shut up, Baker. Shut up. We won't forget everybody that threw us in the trash.
So
you're 2-2.
If you come out and suck against San Francisco, what's gonna happen there?
And then you got to go play Seattle, and then you got to go to New England.
Oh God!
See, this like I told Eli earlier in the show.
But what happened?
I have never, ever. Can't remember the last time I've seen so much talk from a team that's done absolutely nothing. They've done nothing, and all they do is talk. At least their quarterback, the guy's supposed to be the leader, all he does is run his mouth all the time. And you've done nothing in this league. Absolutely. Antonio Brown, for whatever kind of jackass he is a 6-time Pro Bowler. You have done absolutely nothing, Baker Mayfield. Shut up and play football. Just shut up.
Okay, so hypothetically, what if What if they go 3-0? What if they go 3-0? These
shut your mouth. Still shut your
mouth. Come on. They go 3-0.
Nothing.
Okay, but what if Baltimore go 3-0 too?
You have,
and then you're still tied for first with the Ravens.
Can we at least win the division first before you pound in your chest?
That's all I'm saying.
Everybody buried us, dude. You're 2-2. You are 2-2. You could literally lose the next 3 games and you'd be 2-5
easily.
I love
what have you done? What are you talking about?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. San Francisco's not a gimme. Seattle damn sure ain't a gimme. And you got to go to New England.
We know New England ain't no gimme.
Did San Francisco win today?
I don't even remember. I don't know. I didn't look at the score. We had to look and see. I don't know. That's all. That's what I'm saying. You could after this 3-game show, you could be 2-5. And you talking about we had everybody that threw us in the trash. You won't forget, huh? What? You haven't done anything at all. Zero.
You know what I would like to hear? I would like to hear just come out. We played a great game today. We have to keep it rolling.
Can you just
get ready? Shut up. We get ready. Go back here. Get Seriously. To work. Prepare for San Francisco. We moving on to the next game.
God,
what's so hard about that?
If Bill Belichick was the coach, that's exactly what he would say.
What is so hard about that? I don't want to hear you spouting at the mouth at 2-2. It's embarrassing.
Here's what you know. What this is the perfect time to go full Rasheed Wallace. Both teams play hard, my man. That's it. Both teams play hard, my man. Well, Baker, both teams play hard, my man. That's it.
He's not gonna do that.
Okay, well,
he needs some lessons.
He needs some lessons.
He needs some media lessons.
He needs some lessons, and Freddie needs to give them to him. Freddie needs to tell his quarterback, look, man,
chill out.
Here's my thing. It feels to me like Baker is he's trying so hard to be this badass. It's like, dude, you don't have to do that. They like you around here. You don't have to keep trying to be the badass quarterback.
Oh,
Are you a good quarterback? Yeah, you're a good quarterback.
They eating it up around.
They love it. That's the problem. Browns fans are enablers right now. They're enablers.
I'm one of them.
You are.
Dude, on Friday, me and his cousin would just trying to make excuses for Baker playing poorly. The offensive line is terrible. The coaches Baker was playing like trash.
You sound like Vikings fans. It's everybody's fault but Kirk Cousins. It's never Kirk Cousins' fault. It's always when Kirk Cousins came from Washington to Minnesota and people were saying Kirk Cousins, like me, Kirk Cousins, what does he do? But all he do is go 8-8. No. In Washington, he didn't have receivers. He didn't have a line. He didn't have running back. Now he's got Rudolph, and he's got Thielen, and he's got Diggs, and he's got an offensive line. And what did the Vikings do? Go 8-7-1. But it was everybody's fault but Kirk Cousins.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. First of all, good game. Congratulations.
Great game.
Congratulations. I'm not.
Anytime you have to have a win and you can go on the road against a division opponent and get a win and honestly win pretty convincingly, that's a great win.
I'm not gonna poo-poo it.
But after the game, all this people who threw us in the trash, you're 2-2. What are you talking about? Now, if they were 10-2, I'd be like, you know what, Big, you right. My fault. We threw you in the trash, and now you're 10-2. You're 2-2 with the real possibility of losing your next 3 games, because neither one of those games are a gimme. I don't. You haven't done anything. What are you talking for? What's all this talking for? You haven't done anything. You didn't do jack at Oklahoma either. You won the Heisman. What does that really mean?
Whoa, I wouldn't say knock the Heisman. You know,
Name me the last Heisman Trophy winner that did anything significant in the NFL. I'll wait. Who?
Let's see.
Exactly my point.
I was about to say we go down the list of Heisman winning quarterbacks. It's not good.
Heisman winners, period. Quarterbacks, wide receiver, whatever. Who's the last Heisman winner that ever did anything that did something really significant in the NFL?
Eddie George.
How long ago was that? Did Eddie George win Heisman?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. How long ago was that though? The 90s when they still valued running backs. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Cam Newton got to a Super Bowl. Okay,
Cam Newton. Okay,
let's go down the line. Kyler Murray, whatever.
Yeah, Drew's still out.
Baker Mayfield,
Drew's still
Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston, Johnny Manziel, Robert Griffin, Cam Newton, Mark Ingram, Sam Bradford. Oh, this is terrible. Tim Tebow, Troy Smith.
Well, Mark Ingram did win a Super Bowl with the Saints.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. So
Troy
so I'll give you
Smith,
Cam Newton and Mark Ingram.
Matt Leinart, Jason White, Carson Palmer, Eric Crouch, Chris Winkie, Ron Dane.
Chris Winkie.
Yeah. Ricky Williams, Charles Woodson. Okay, there we go.
Then
Charles Woodson.
That was when?
That was 97.
Okay,
there you go.
Reggie Bush won a Super Bowl too.
Yeah, but see, Reggie. To me, honestly,
but who,
Reggie Bush did not nearly live up to the potential or to the hype that he had coming out
Reggie
of college.
Bush didn't win a Heisman. They stripped him from it,
Right.
so that's why he's not on this list.
Oh, come on. You discounting that?
He's literally, they skipped over the year. He's not on the list.
What about Charles Woodson? Charles
Woodson's a
Hall
Hall of
But
Famer.
how long ago was that?
97.
There you go.
Didn't Danny Warfield?
Oh my God! This time.
Desmond
so
Howard.
basically, out of the past 20 or so years, we've got Cam Newton and Mark Ingram.
Out of the past 30 years, we got two Hall of Famers, basically. Desmond Howard. Is Desmond Howard a Hall of Famer?
No.
Okay, well, no. Never mind that.
Charles Woodson.
We got Charles Woodson and Eddie George. Is Eddie George in the Hall of Fame?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, we got Charles Woodson then.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm just talking about players that have done something significant in the National Football League. Forget even going to the Super Bowl. I'm talking about players that have done something significant in the NFL. What significant has Marcus Mariota done?
Dude.
What significant has Derrick Henry done? What did Tim Tebow do?
You have to go back to like the 80s, like Andre Ware, Barry Sanders, Tim Brown, Bo Jackson.
Come on, man.
Herschel Walker,
that
Marcus
award is
Allen.
like,
They putting out some mediocre players, giving them the Heisman.
But are you like crapping on the Heisman?
Yes.
Are you
absolutely,
serious?
Absolutely. Yep. Sure am.
The prestigious award in college football.
Yep.
Yes, because that's all Baker has.
Because number one,
now.
it's a popularity contest. That's why you never see defensive. That's why you never see defenders wear.
Come on, man.
Since Charles Woodson was the last defender to win it.
Yes, he was.
1997. You mean to tell me?
No, it was Ndamukong Suh won the Heisman.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Ndamukong Suh won the Heisman.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
What
when
year
did
was
Ndamukong
that?
Suh win the Heisman?
What year was that, sir? This is
I think somebody done told you wrong, bro.
Somebody definitely told you wrong.
Ndamukong Suh didn't win the Heisman Trophy.
What year did he come out?
Even though he would have been deserving of the Heisman Trophy.
What year did he come out? That was like
2008, 9, something like that.
Yeah, that was Sam Bradford, Mark Ingram, Tim Tebow around that time. Yeah, nah.
The Heisman Trophy.
Those guys. No.
The Heisman Trophy is a popularity contest. How many defenders have we had that have been more than worthy of winning the Heisman Trophy?
Ndamukong Suh was definitely one of them.
Exactly. Did he win it?
No.
Exactly. It's a popularity contest. It's a popularity contest. Same as the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl doesn't really mean anything. I mean, because they let fans vote in the Pro Bowl. They should never let fans. You should never let fans do that. I'm sorry, and I'm a fan. But the fans are the ones who voted. Who did the fans vote in and they didn't even play? They voted. That was in the NBA.
2009.
Kobe. They voted Kobe in. He didn't even play.
2009. Mark Ingram won the Heisman, and Ndamukong Suh finished 4th.
Stop it.
Okay, I thought you won
behind Toby Gerhart and Colt McCoy.
Toby Gerhart and Colt McCoy?
Yes. Mm-hmm. He had 52 solo tackles, 33 assists, 12 sacks, 1 interception.
And he finished behind Toby Gerhart. Where's he at? And
God.
Colt McCoy.
We know where Colt is.
Who just got benched for Dwayne Haskins, I believe.
That was actually Case Keenum got benched.
Oh, Case Keenum. Sorry, not Colt McCoy.
I'm trying to figure out where Toby Gerhart is.
Toby Gerhart.
Man, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
And Ndamukong Suh finished fourth. Mark Ingram,
man,
Toby
I could've sworn.
Gerhardt, Colt McCoy, and then Ndamukong Suh, who was a beast at Nebraska.
And we see how those turned out. And who's the best player
Just
in that
saying.
draft? Okay.
Just saying.
That would be Ndamukong Suh.
Ndamukong Suh by hands down. So yes, I am poo-pooing on the Heisman Trophy because it's the media award means nothing anymore. Until you can find me, Cam Newton and Mark Ingram are now the exception and not the rule. The Heisman Trophy means absolutely nothing anymore. Zero.
The point is, just shut up and
Just
play
shut up,
football.
Baker. Shut up.
That's it.
Shut your mouth and play.
He's not gonna do that.
I know he's not.
And it would be a thing if he actually he hasn't accomplished anything. That's my big. What have you done in this league exactly, Baker Mayfield? What have you done exactly in this league? Oh, he threw the most touchdowns for a rookie. Okay, congratulations, yay! And you still finished 7-8-1. So, you know what I say? I subscribe to the Bill Parcells theory. You are what your record says you are. You were 7-8-1. Sorry. All this, we won't forget the people who threw us in the trash. What? You came out game one after acquiring all that talent, and you got beat by 30 points. What'd you think was going to happen? And then who they play in week 2? The Jets?
The third string quarterback Jets.
Okay. Congratulations, you beat the Jets. And you came out and lost to the Rams, and they beat the Ravens.
We blew that game.
So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just shut up, dude. You haven't done anything yet. I'm not impressed at all. I mean, at least not. Baker, to me, Baker Mayfield's like, dude, you don't have that kind of. You do, unfortunately, you do in this city. You have that cachet. League-wide, you don't have that kind of clout to be talking like that. You think they respect you like that around the league? They I don't think they do. I don't think they do. All right, Eli, let's take a break. We'll come back. Coach Riz coming up at 8:15. So let's go ahead and do that. What's the name of the song?
Name of the song is called Hurricane by Serious Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
Yep. right, welcome back to the show. Trying to get these scores together, man. The week that we were all off. Coach went 14-1 that week.
Somebody else went 14-1 too.
Eli went 14-1. Coach and Eli both went 14-1. Both went 14-1. I can't say that I'm mad at it. Nope, I'm not gonna do that.
I think that belt is staying here, sir.
I don't know. Well, we'll tally them up. So before that, let me look at the records here. I'm gonna just have to tally it up real quick. So I was 26-19, and I went 12-3. Phil was 31-14, and he went 13-2. Eli was 31-14, and he went 14-1. Reggie was 20-25. Ew, Reg. And Reg went 11-4. And then Coach went 14-1 as well. So I'll tally those up here in a minute, and we'll see where everybody stands, because we're going to be making our picks for this week coming up. Get back on track. So we're making our picks for those games. We had some pretty good games on the schedule that we picked. At least I think so. Let's see. That's in the coach. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got some pretty good games coming up here. So we'll pick those in a minute.
I was like, I know you ain't talking about last week.
No.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
We saw some ugliness.
Yeah, some ugliness. So before Coach calls, Eli.
Yes, sir.
Or
Roll them.
No playoffs, huh?
Roll Tribe.
No playoffs, huh?
No playoffs.
Okay.
Eliminated.
Weren't they supposed to win a division?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weren't we supposed to win the World Series?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we were supposed to win the World Series.
Yep.
All right, y'all made
sure
your
we
point.
were.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
Rub
pretty
salt
sure
in the
we were.
wounds. Yeah, kick a man while he's down.
I'm just saying. I'm just doing the math.
Kev, who told them that this roster was not going to get to the championship? Who was that?
That'd be us.
Oh, okay. Who told them that they might not make the playoffs this year?
That'd be us too.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Nah.
Because I thought I was wrong.
We ain't got to worry. I distinctly remember we ain't got to worry about the Twins. I distinctly remember that. Who won the division?
I believe it's Twins. Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Damn.
All right.
Damn. When I'm wrong on this show,
Hey man, it
y'all
is what it is,
come
bro.
y'all be coming for me, boy.
It is what it is, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, just honestly, who in their right mind? I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna give. I'll give you the benefit, because if anybody would have told me at the end, the half of the season, that we were gonna win 92 games, I'd have laughed in your face, hard. Like I thought I would have been choking on the ground laughing, like, bro, this team gonna win 92 games. However, I don't do consolation prizes. I don't do what most of these people in the city seem to be doing.
We love those here. We love consolation prizes.
At least we got to 90 wins.
Okay.
You know how many injuries and da-da-da and blah, blah,
I ain't
blah,
saying
blah.
that. I'm saying that I
Blah,
wanted the title this year.
No. Me and Kev and I told y'all at the beginning of the season that you don't strip away this much talent from a team and still think that you're going to be competing with anything.
Yep.
They sold us. They literally, what is it? I don't want to say the real term, but they peed on us and told us it was raining the beginning of this season.
Oh, we're still gonna be competitive.
We're going to be all right. It's going to be okay. No, it's not. You get this close to you have this window of opportunity. You know what you do? You push all your chips in the middle like Kansas City did. You win the World Series, and then you tear it down and you rebuild. That is exactly how small market franchises are supposed to operate. For some reason, the Dolans don't think that they're supposed to operate like that. They think they're supposed to continue to make money while this contention is. No, that's not how it works.
Not how it works, Dolans.
It's not how it works. I don't know why every other small market team gets this. Apparently, they want to be the A's. I don't want to be the A's. I don't want to be Billy Bean.
Nope.
As much as Moneyball works for them, when was the last time the A's won the World Series? What was that? 80?
That wasn't even 80. That was back in the 70s.
Yeah,
The Bash Brothers?
They got swept by the Reds that year.
Right. That was like Catfish Hunter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it was even earlier than that.
There you go.
And you see, they've had some sustained success. They just keep chugging out 90-win seasons and this, that, and the third, and it's steady along. And they don't do anything. They don't win the World Series. I would much rather be the Kansas City Royals or whoever when we see that their opportunity is right there. Hey, you know what? Screw it. Let's go for it. Let's win the thing and just tear it down. But, hey, you get what you get.
Well, you see, the minority owner of the Indians bought the Kansas City Royals.
So
he
that
jumped
means,
ship
that means we
and
have
bought
less,
the Kansas City Royals.
That means we have less money now. Great.
Right.
Super. Hey, enjoy it while you can.
Lindor's out of here.
They need to trade him next year.
Please.
They need to trade him next year. Because if y'all let this man walk for nothing, you're an idiot. You're in bigger idiots than I already thought. Because you're not going to re-sign him. You're gonna offer him 10 years.
I gotta have hope, Phil.
You're gonna offer him 10 years.
I gotta have hope.
$120 million. He's gonna laugh in your face about it.
I gotta have hope.
Take this $12 million a year contract.
Right. Ain't gonna
and
happen,
he hit
Gavin.
36 home runs, and he was on a DL for what, 5 weeks?
Ain't gonna happen.
Starting the season.
Yeah.
And came back and hit 36 home runs.
Tell me he's not worth at least $300 million. Tell
he
me.
is.
I'll tell you another player who's gonna be worth like $300 or $400 million. That's Pete Alonso.
Oh yeah.
He just hit 53 home
But
runs.
he's only a rookie. They got a while to wait for that. He's only a rookie, so they got a while to wait for that. But Pete Alonso is mashing for the Mets. Absolutely.
But the Mets didn't make the playoffs.
All right, we're going to come back to that. We're going to go to the phone lines. You know what time it is. Coach Riz on the line. Coach, what's good?
Hey, gentlemen, how are you?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. So, Coach, I just tallied up the records, the scores from what we had going on here, and you are still ahead by one game.
Oh, come on, man.
Yes.
You and Eli
Feeling good.
both went 14-1, but you are still ahead by one game. So as it stands right now, I am at 38-22.
Oh.
Hey man, Phil's at 44-16. Eli is at 45-15. Reggie, because he didn't turn in his picks, is at 31-29, and Coach is at 46-14. It is close.
Hey, Red's making a comeback a little bit.
It's really between. I mean, right now it's between Coach Eli and Phil. I mean, only a couple games separate them. So we'll see. We'll get to the NFL. I'll tally up all the NFL scores tonight. I'm not because at NFL we're just kind of doing it for fun. So we'll tally up the NFL scores. I'll do that tonight, and we'll see where we at with that. Really, these high school ones are what I'm worried about. So yeah, Coach went 14-1. Eli went 14-1. I went 12-3. Phil went 13-2, and Reggie went 11-4 this past week.
Good week for everybody.
Very good week. Coach and Eli got that DeMatha Catholic. DeMatha, man, they smashed Iggy. I don't know what's going on at Iggy. Hey, shout out to them to Football Joseph Football North St. Joseph, man. They came in here and got Iggy on the last second field goal. So shout out to them.
They lost to Football St.
Yes,
Joseph
yes,
North?
they did.
Oh,
yes, they did.
man.
But on what? A last second field goal. I keep trying to tell y'all, kickers are important. They lost on the last second field goal. So let's get ready here. I'm going to bring up the schedule. Coach, Coach, let me ask, Coach, listen, man. Garfield took a huge L on Friday night. Coach, what I believe Coach Osborne to get him right. What do you think's happened out there at Garfield?
Well, they're going to have their ups and downs. They have obviously Jason does a great job. He's a new coach. He's got to do. He's going to do his own thing. Very proud of him for that. They got a bunch of new guys.
Mm-hmm.
They have some talented young kids, and they're going to have their ups and downs. And I think they're going to have some real high highs, and they're going to have some low lows. But the team I had last year, we were good, and we had a bunch of guys who played a bunch of games. All those guys started for me as sophomores, and we took our lumps as sophomores too. And it's just they're so young, and when things get, I don't know the whole. I'll talk to those guys, tomorrow at school, but when the ball gets rolling downhill, sometimes you can't stop it. I don't know what happened defensively. I know my D coordinator's still there, and he does a great job. But it really comes down to they're young, and they're going to have a bunch of highs and a bunch of lows this year. And but they don't lose many guys next year, so they'll get better and better as the year goes along, and good things are coming for them.
All right, well, let's get to it. I'm going to write this down just a little bit different because sometimes I have trouble remembering who plays who. So I'm going to write down just a little bit different. All right, so let's start with the first game right out of the gate, man. Menor at Solon.
Ooh.
I am going to take Menor. Coach?
Well, I'm going to go Menor. Solon's going to play them very tough. Solon, after short weeks, they played on Saturday against Shaker. Kind of like I thought about with the math, that travel, in terms of like short weeks, things like that. That's hard for high school kids. I'm going to go Menor.
All right, Eli.
You know what? I'm gonna take Solon.
Give me Menor.
You done messed up. Okay.
There's just one game slipping right there.
Yeah. There you go, Coach. All right, so we'll get Reggie's pick later. Next up on the schedule, Shaker at Brunswick. I'm going to take Brunswick. Coach?
I went to the Brunswick Strong Show game this past weekend with my father. Brunswick's pretty good up front, and Shaker had trouble stopping the run against Garfield. I'm going to go Brunswick. Brunswick's good up front. The quarterback's pretty decent. I'm going to go Brunswick.
Phil?
Brunswick.
Eli?
I'm gonna go with Brunswick.
All right. Next on the schedule, Cleveland Heights at Lorraine. Coach, I'll let you go first.
You know what? I'm going to go. I thought Lorraine was going to be very good this year, and I think Coach probably does a great job. I don't know what's going on out there. Coach Mack, Kahari, those guys are great guys at Heights. I'm going to go Heights.
All right, so Coach takes Cleveland Heights. I'll take Heights as well because Lorraine lost to football North St. Joseph's too a couple weeks ago. So, and that's not a diss against St. Joseph's. I don't want anybody to think that, but I'll go Cleveland Heights as well. Eli?
I'm gonna go with Cleveland Heights because of number 15, Justin Woodley.
Exactly. Phil?
Give me Heights. I don't know what's going on with Lorraine. It's weird out
Yeah,
there. I
it
really
is
expected better
Yeah.
from them this year.
Me too. Warrensville at Shaw. I mean, look. You're right. Exactly, Phil. Exactly my thought. You're right. Coach, I'm going to let you go because I can't think right now. Coach, you go first. Warrensville at Shaw.
I'm going to stay away from all things. I'm just going to say Shaw. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Coach taking Shaw. All right, Eli?
You know what it is. I'm gonna go with Shaw. I can't stand the W.
Phil?
I'm going to take Shaw. You know in your heart of hearts you want to take Shaw. You know you do.
Do I?
Yeah.
Is Shaw that good?
Is Warrensville that good?
Yeah, that's the thing. You know what? Warrensville don't let me down, man. I'm taking the dub. Warrensville,
boy.
I got you. I'm taking Warrensville. All right. Hoban and Benny, and it's at Bedford High School.
Ooh.
Please, Hoban.
Okay. All right. You Phil's got Hoban, Coach.
I'm very impressed with what they're doing out at Benny this year. They were good last year. We scrimmaged them for a couple of years. They had a bunch of young kids that were good last year. But Hoban is Hoban. I mean, before Akey came back, that game was almost a running clock.
Yeah.
I'm going Hoban.
Eli?
I love my man Jamal Brown. We've been, brothers ever since, we was like 7, 8 years old.
Go ahead and put him down for Benny.
Yeah.
Hoban. I'm going to
Put
go
him
with
down for
Hoban.
Benny.
You know
It's about
what?
the belt, though.
Right.
Friendship
Exactly.
aside.
Exactly.
If the belt wasn't here, Coach, I promise you, he
take
would have
Benny.
took Benny.
He'd take
He
Benny.
would have took Benny.
Yeah, think about that. You done already messed up and took Solon to beat Menor. So you're already 2 games behind Coach now. So I'll take Hoban as well. Next on the schedule, Willoughby South at Kinston.
Ooh.
Give me Kinston.
That you know what that game between between Willoughby South and Eastlake North was very, very close. It was the South beat North 10-7. So it's not like they went out there and ran over them. I know South is pretty good. Because they're at home, I'll take Kinston as well. Coach?
Same. The playing that game, those kids get up for each other out of Willoughby. It's tough to get up a week, and they have. Kenston's really, really good. I think it will be closer than people think, but I'm going Kenston.
All right, Eli.
Okay, Madison beat Willoughby South, so I'm gonna go with Kenston.
Okay, all right. Next up, Riverside at Eastlake North. I don't really, honestly, to be perfectly honest, I don't know if Riverside is that great. I think they're okay, but not super. I'm going to take Eastlake North. I'll take North. Coach?
I'm going North.
E?
I would go with North. Dylan.
Phil?
North.
I think Dylan Freilich has been hurt the past couple of weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, it was a video on Twitter this past Friday that showed Phil. I saw Dylan Freilich run over this guy in the end zone. So yeah, Dylan's healthy.
Yeah,
if he can run over a guy like that, he can truck a guy like that.
Right. Well,
Dylan's healthy.
Get it done, North. Next up, Stowe at Wadsworth. I know Wadsworth is playing some decent football out there, and I saw Stowe when they came and played Barberton, and Stowe played pretty well in that game on the road. I still like Trey Schaefer, and I still like the offense there in Wadsworth. I'm going to take Wadsworth. Coach?
Yeah, and it's hard for me. It's everything you're saying is completely true, but Stowe beat a good Solon team by 30. I'm going Stowe.
All right, Phil?
Yep, give me Stowe.
Eli?
Give me Stowe.
Oh, my God. Stop picking everything I'm picking. God.
Barberton at Copley. That's the rivalry game down there. Barberton is at Copley. I am going to take Barberton. Eli?
I'm gonna go with the Magics. Barberton.
Phil?
Barberton.
Coach?
I don't think this one will be close. I'm going Barberton.
That's not going to be close. Glen. Look, man, I told you I'm trying to include some of the Senate in here, okay? Glenville at East Tech. At Glenville. Hey, I told you I'm trying to show love, man. Don't look at me like that, Phil. Glenville.
You include them when they in a non-conference schedule. That's when you include them.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because every other conference, if anybody, I'm issuing a challenge right now. If anybody in the Senate can beat Glenville, I will eat a shoestring.
Wow.
On camera, I will eat a shoestring.
You better hope East Tech don't win this game because I'm going to hold you to it. Glenville? All right, so I got Glenville. Coach, what about you?
Glenville.
E.
I'm going to go with Glenville.
And I already know. Apparently, Phil thinks no one in this city can beat Glenville, so we'll put Phil down for Glenville.
Honestly, when was the last time Glenville had a Senate League loss?
I can't think of it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just thinking that it's got to be a decade, right?
Right.
What is going on with the Senate League, man? You know what? It's funny. Me and my wife were actually talking about this earlier today about how some teams are, and we were actually talking about whether or not the area that they're in makes a difference in how they play, because some teams, like, if you're in Avon Lake, you're probably going to have access to better resources, better facilities than you would if you were at like John Hay or Shaw. Coach, do you think that, Matt? Do you think that how much do you think the city or the district that a team plays in, how much do you think that contributes to what they do on the field?
Well, I think everything's important. The community involvement is important. The administration involvement is important. You talk about terms of how many assistant coaches do they have, and access to the weight room, and how is their field, and what is their GPA for eligibility, and there's so many things tied into it. But yeah, I think it does tie into it. I know open enrollment ties into it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're a good football player in Cleveland, you're playing in Glenville. I mean, that's kind of been the thing for a long time now. But yeah, I do think that I think that ties into it. I think there's so many factors that tie into success of that. But I think everything you're talking about, I do. I think it matters. Support you get at home, support you get from your parents, from resources to facilities, all that stuff matters. I do. Now, ultimately, you win with players, and
right.
Good players, you're going to win. But in terms of like maintaining a program stuff, that stuff is all important. It all matters.
So, Coach, let me ask you, because I'm confused. Does Cleveland schools have open enrollment? Because when I went to school, I swear you had to stay in your zip code, like wherever you. Because that's why I would, when I moved on St. Clair, I didn't have down my St. Clair address because I still wanted to go to Kennedy. I didn't want to go to Glenville because Glenville was literally right down the street from me. So, are you allowed in Cleveland Public Schools?
I from what I know, I believe you are. I believe it's open enrollment, but I'm not positive about that. I'm kind of a tunnel guy when I coach. I'm just kind of concentrating on my guys. So, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure it's open enrollment. I wouldn't put any money on it, but I'm pretty sure it's open enrollment. Or you're going to make sure that you're living in the right spot, move to the right spot if you can play at Glenville. Glenville has been good for a long time now.
I was going to say, Kev, because if it's not open enrollment, if you have, and I think that's the reason why they cracked down on Glenville was for that.
Yeah.
If I'm living, on Harvard somewhere, I can't be going to Glenville. I'm supposed to go to Kennedy. So if they're splitting these kids up, it's not like, Shaker and Cleveland Heights, all the kids there, they play there. We're on zip codes all over the place, and there's Cleveland Public Schools, and there's less talent. It's all spread out all over the place.
And here's one thing I know, and we'll get back. We'll get to the picture in a second, but I want to touch on this because I was at Beechwood and Independence on Friday, and not for nothing, and this might sound bad to some people. That team at Beechwood, it was almost all black out of Beechwood. And if I'm not mistaken, I didn't know there was that many black people live out in Beechwood. Is Beechwood open enrollment? Because I didn't think it was that team was almost all black at Beechwood. And that was not what I was expecting at all.
I have no idea, but
I'm just saying. That might sound bad to some people, but I'm just saying.
You have those schools that are, Garfield's that way too. Garfield has a large black enrollment, a large white enrollment. I think it just sometimes depends on the coach. Brush is another way. Elyria.
Yeah.
So I think some schools. I think that depends on the coach and kids who are out, and some schools are like that where there's a pretty diverse population, but predominantly one color is playing sport for some reason. So
and if that's the way it is, I look, salute. If that's the way it is, as far as I've known, and again. I could be ignorant on the subject. I'm not saying that I know everything. I'm not above that. I'm just saying I've not known Beechwood to have that many black people living there, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah, Beechwood's I went to school at Orange, and Beechwood's a very diverse, very mixed school. Very, it's got a lot of different, not just white and black, but a lot. It's a very, very melting pot of Beechwood for sure.
Okay, all right, because that's just my ignorance. I didn't know. So if that's how it is, that's how it is. And I wouldn't, I'm not trying to say anything suspicious going on at Beechwood. Please don't misunderstand that. I'm just saying there was a lot of that team was almost all black, and I was not expecting that. So, all right, let's move on. Next on the schedule, Maple at Bedford. After what Maple did to Garfield, I'm just gonna have to just take Maple. This is what it is. I'm taking Maple. Coach.
I'm gonna have to go Maple. I know Garfield's struggling against both of those teams.
Mm-hmm.
Evidently, Maple's got some guys. I think Shaq does a nice job. I'm going to go Maple.
All righty.
Let me tell you something. What I saw on Friday is some good football. That was a good football playing by Maple, and Shaq Washington had them fired up from the time they ran on the field, the time they left off the field. So I'm gonna go with Maple.
Phil,
give me Maple.
He begrudgingly, but he did it. Perry at Orange. I'm going to take Orange. I probably regret it, but I'm going to take Orange. Phil?
Give me Perry.
Coach?
I love you to death, but you are going to regret that one. I'm going Perry.
Eli?
I love you, Marvin Davies.
Come on, pick Orange, man.
Perry.
God.
Perry.
Eli,
Perry.
Eli got to stay with Coach, man. He got to stay with Coach. Beechwood at Wycliffe. Shout out, man, Beechwood. I feel like number one, DeJuan Gray out there at Beechwood is something special. That young man is a special player. I like DeJuan Gray out of Beechwood. They've got a couple of players like that, but really, to me, Coach Creel is because there was a point Beechwood was up 25 in the third quarter, and the Independence had the ball. The quarterback threw the ball down the sideline. The receiver missed it, went out of bounds, and the Beechwood cornerback came over and just smacked him. Kid was well out of bounds. And they threw the personal flag against Beechwood. And Coach Creel, I think he called a timeout. And he had his whole team come around him. and they got down on one knee, and he was in the middle of them, and he was letting them have it. Like, play football. Like, what is wrong? Play football. This is not. So, shout out Coach Krill. I think that's a very well-coached team. I'm going to take Beechwood over Wycliffe. Phil?
Give me Beechwood.
Coach?
But yeah, Damien's a good friend for a long time. I'm going Beechwood.
Eli?
Give me Beechwood.
All right. We got a couple more games left.
I mean, you should see Phil's face right now.
Medina.
Away from me.
Medina at Elyria. Just give me Medina. Coach?
Medina.
Yeah. Eli?
Medina.
What, Coach, again, just in your opinion as a coach, what in the hell is going on out there at Elyria? I understand it's Coach Culliver's first year. Coach, they've been beat 128-8 over the past 2 games. What in the world is going on out there?
Coach, I don't know. I think to me, Elyria is a great place too. It's got a great mix of kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's very very diverse. There's certain schools that I feel the right guys in there in terms of getting all the kids out. I don't know. I think, like I said, Cully's been a friend of mine since Shaw days, and I mean going way back, Warrensville days. I've known him for a long time. I think he does the right things, and I don't know what's going on. Like you said, you were saying before, like with some schools too, it's administration, it's facility use. There's a lot of things that go on that not a lot of people know about.
Right.
You got to make sure you do your homework if you're ever going to take a job. But I think Larry is a great job. I say this, I know they haven't been very successful, but if you look in the past, if you get the the right guy in there, which I think Kelly is, I think it can be a good place. I really do. It's not now, but I really think they have the pieces there to be pretty good. I really do.
Yeah, and I just feel bad for it. Man, 128-8 over 2 weeks. Getting beat 73-0. But I mean, I know it's Menor, but 73-0. Like, man, I don't even. I don't know, man. Shout out to those kids,
when you give up those kind of points too. There's I've been doing it a long time. When you get beat like 70-0, and people don't understand, that's somewhat on both teams. Because if you're a coach and you're being realistic and you run the ball too, you're down a bunch too. So people always say it's the job of the team that's way up, but there's also professionalism too with the team that's way down.
Yep. And
you run the ball and you do things to make the clock run faster as well. But that's hard for some coaches to do. Sometimes you're just playing, you're playing Menor, they're better than you. A lot of teams, for most teams, they're just better than you. And, that to score that many points, that's disturbing to me. But, like I said, that goes both ways. Both teams can make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
if you're up 30, you can make, if you're up 30-0 at halftime, you can be 30-0 at the end of the game real fast 24 minutes later and walk out. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, I guess so. It's like, you got to stop them, right? You got to stop them. Somebody got to stop them.
But 48 in the first Kev, they scored 40-something in the first quarter. That was it. That should have been it right there. That should have been it. You didn't have to score again after that.
But see, here's the thing. I wasn't at the game, so I don't know. Maybe Menor was just run. I'm not saying they were throwing 50-yard pass. Maybe they were just running the ball and Elyria couldn't stop it. I mean, the kid's not supposed. Was he supposed to stop running? I mean, if they're just running the ball and Elyria still can't stop it, I mean, what can you do? You got to keep, even with a running clock, you got to keep going. You can't just not play. They don't forfeit, so you just got to keep going. All right, last one on the schedule. Euclid at Strongsville. I will take Euclid, although I think Strongsville will make it a good game. Coach?
Like I said, I saw Strongsville and Brunswick today, and I will give you my honest opinion. I think Strongsville has up front, they're huge and they do good things. They play nothing but zero coverage, and they are tight. They never had a guy over 6 yards off the ball on defense. And people always say about the pass game, but what that really hurts you is when you get a guy in the secondary run game wise, because all your guys are in man and their backs are turned.
Yep.
So for me, Euclid is going to win this game pretty big because of the fact that they're going to have a bunch of huge plays because of the tight man coverage that Strongsville plays.
Okay. Eli?
I'm going to go with Euclid.
Phil?
Give me Euclid.
Oh,
man, I was about to say.
After that breakdown announced by Coach, you had to think about that for a minute?
I don't want to pick
what
Eli.
he's picking.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
All right, man. Let's go to
God.
Coach. Before we get to these NFL picks, Coach, let me listen. Am I wrong? I am officially tired of Baker Mayfield. I just am, Coach. You know, after the game, everybody that threw us in the trash. We're not going to forget it. You're 2-2. Shut up, dude. Like, Coach, am I wrong, Coach? And if I'm wrong, please tell me where I'm wrong. I just want to know.
Well, you know, my thing is that they weren't as terrible as everybody said they were, and they're not as great as they were after the game. It's a long process. You know, for me, I like his fight. I do. I have to be honest with you. I like his fight. I like the fact that he backs his teammates. I like the fact that he, you know, he's got a lot of energy. You know, we haven't had a lot of that. He's got a little bit of an edge to him. My thing that I always hear about him is he's the first one there and the last one to leave. If you're the first one there and last one to leave, that kind of guy, then you know you can be a little bit more vocal. You know, it's a long process. They're not as good as they everybody thinks they are after then. And you know, I didn't bail on them when they lost last, you know, opening week when they got absolutely destroyed. I just think it's a long process. I think that's who they drafted. If you remember when he was at Oklahoma and the flag at Ohio State and all that kind of stuff, that's kind of who he is. It's kind of how he feels himself. You know, and my thing is whatever you got to do to get yourself going. And I don't think he's ever out of bounds with what he says. In fact, I like the way he interviews. He is a little bit like snarky and a little bit mean at times, but for me, I kind of like it. I'll be honest with you, Kevin.
All right. Well, I'm just saying.
Thank you.
San Francisco, Seattle, bye, and then at New England. I'm just saying. So if you come out at these next 4 weeks and you're 2-5, I don't want to hear any kind of. I don't want to hear that because none of these games are giving me. To me, I'm just like, dude, just play football. Just play football. We don't. You're 2-2. Now, if they won if they were 10-2, and he was saying that, I'd be like, you got it, Baker. You got it. We were wrong. They're 2-2.
I think if they go, I think if they're 3-4 though, if they're 3-4 out of their first 7, their end of their schedule is not as tough. I mean, I think they can be. I always thought they would be, you know, 9-7, you know, 10-6 on a great year. I mean, they haven't, you know, they got to learn how to win. I don't care how many pieces parts they have. They got a lot of guys that know how to win, and that takes time. But I you know. I think if they're 3-4 at the schedule they're playing early on, I think that would be okay if they can sneak one more out here in the next couple weeks.
Right.
Okay, so Coach has realistic expectations.
I mean,
9-7
at least somebody
instead
does.
of 14-2 in Super Bowl win.
Somebody does. All right, let's get to these NFL picks real quick, and then we'll let you go, Coach. I appreciate you hanging on with us. All right, so
I love it.
First up, oh man, I'm as an Eagles fan. This game has debacle written all over it for me. I hate games like this. No, they are home against the Jets. I hate games like this.
Ooh.
I was at that Detroit game, and I'm like, man, we should beat the Lions, and the debacle ensued. I'm going to take my Eagles because I love them and my loyalty won't let me do otherwise. But I don't know, man. I'm not.
Give me the Eagles, not against the Jets, homie.
All
nah,
right, I'm just
I don't
saying.
see that.
All right, Coach.
I can see the hate in your face all
I tell you what, Lions should have beat the Chiefs today. They got a touchdown called back late. Guy bobbled the ball out of bounds. They should have beat the Chiefs today. I mean, Lions aren't bad at all. I'm going to go Eagles.
Eli?
Go ahead, take the Jets.
I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Yeah.
We'll save that one. Rams at the Seahawks. I feel like I know both teams are 3-1, so the Rams must have beat Tampa Bay. But I feel like that Rams defense. I hate saying got exposed because it's the NFL and everybody's professionals and they're all good. No, the Rams lost today. The Bucs beat them 55-40. Whoa. I'm going to take the Seahawks because they're at home. I'll take Seattle. Coach?
I always pick the Seahawks at home. They don't always win, but that's a tough place to play. I always pick the Seahawks at home.
Phil?
Seattle.
Eli?
With the 12th man, I got to go with the Seahawks.
You know they stole that from Texas A&M, I'm just saying. Ravens at Steelers. I think Baltimore bounces back. I'll take Baltimore. Coach?
And I think people are starting to keep him in the pocket a little bit. I think, you know, it's just like with Baker, everybody having film on him. I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Ooh, look at Coach. Eli?
I'm going to go with the Ravens.
And Phil?
I will take the Steelers because he picked the Ravens.
Oh, I had you. I don't know why I had you talking about that. I did the wrong one. I put mine under yours. Okay, so Coach and Phil has Pittsburgh. Okay. Bills at the Titans. I don't know how bad.
Did the Bills beat the Patriots?
No, they
No,
didn't.
they
Oh,
didn't.
okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
But they only lost 16-10, so it wasn't like the
Yeah,
Patriots
it was
came
a
in there
tight
and blew them out.
game. It was a tight game.
But Josh Allen got injured. I don't know the extent of Josh Allen's injury. I'm going to take Buffalo. I'll take Buffalo in that game. Coach?
I'm going to go with Titans.
I'll take Buffalo.
All right, Phil. I'm not sorry, Eli.
I'm going with Super Mariota.
Okay,
Titans.
you
There
do that.
is no Super
At
Mario.
all,
He is
at
Marcus.
all. He is average Marcus is what he is.
From the time that he got smacked by the Ohio State line, he's been Marcus
Average
for 3
Marcus.
years.
That's exactly what he is. Falcons at Texans. Atlanta stinks, in my opinion. I'll take the Houston Texans. Coach?
I'm going to go Texans as well.
Eli.
I'm going to take the Texans.
Phil.
I'm gonna take the Texans, but I'm Deshaun Watson need to pick it up. I don't know what
he
he's
do
doing.
something. Cardinals at Bengals.
Ugh.
Right.
That better not be a Thursday night game.
It's not.
Thank God.
Cardinals got to get one sooner or later. I know I said last week was the one. I think this week is the one. Cardinals gets the win to me over Cincinnati. I'm taking Arizona. Coach?
I'm going. I agree. I think the Cardinals are going to get one.
Eli?
I'm going with the Cardinals.
Give me the Bengals.
Oh, Phil.
Just
Phil,
because I
don't let it
picked
do.
Cardinals.
Don't let it happen to you,
Yes.
Phil. Don't let it do that.
This don't count for my record, so I don't care.
Right. Bucks at Saints. I know what they did today. I'm still taking the Saints at home because they're at home. Coach?
Same. Saints at home. Tough place to play.
Phil?
Give me famous Jameis.
Okay. Eli?
Give me the Who Dat Nation.
Jaguars at the Panthers. You know what? Whether it's Cam or this kid Allen at quarterback, I like the Panthers in this game. I'll take Carolina, Coach.
Go with the Jags, D. I'm going to go Jags.
Eli
Cam. Whoa, Cam.
and Phil.
Jacksonville.
They're going to be picking opposite each other. Vikings at the Giants. Honestly, this seems like a game where Kirk Cousins is going to throw an interception at the worst possible time because that's just what Kirk Cousins does. So I'm going to take I hate it. I really hate to do it, but I'm going to take the New York Giants. Coach?
But Jones got some film on him now, so I think they'll have a plan for him. I'm going to go Vikings.
Eli.
You like that?
No.
You like that?
Not at all.
Y'all go
Phil?
with the Vikings.
I will take the Giants.
Okay. Patriots at Washington. Just forget the Washington. I'm giving New England. Coach? Coach?
Yes.
Patriots at New England? I'm sorry. Patriots at Washington, excuse me.
I got Pats.
Oh, he said Pat.
Patriots.
Sorry, he said Pat. Sorry. Okay. Do I have to ask you who you're picking in that game? Do I really
No,
have to ask?
not
Okay.
at all.
Okay. Bears at the Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to make.
I think Trubisky's getting out. I think he did some damage to his shoulder. I think he's going to be out for a while.
Yeah, he
okay.
came down right the wrong way. It
All
was
right.
weird.
Well, I was going to take Oakland anyway, but I really take Oakland now. Coach?
I don't think Oakland will block them up front. That D line from the Bears is ridiculous. I'm going to go Bears.
Eli?
Let me get the Bears.
Phil?
The Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Ask me first.
Broncos at Chargers. I just don't see it with Denver. I'm going to take the Chargers. Coach?
Charger.
Phil?
Chargers.
And Eli?
Give me the Chargers.
All right. Packers at the Cowboys. You know how I feel about the Dallas Cowboys. They've gotten fat off of 3 of the worst teams in the league, and we'll see how they play against a team that's pretty decent in the New Orleans Saints tonight. I'm going to take King Aaron the 12th and the Green Bay Packers. Eli, I don't even got to ask you because I already
How
know.
about them Cowboys?
Yep. Coach
I'm going to go Cowboys as well.
and Phil.
It's at Dallas?
It's at Dallas.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys.
All right.
Sorry.
And the Sunday nighter. What's the Monday night game? Oh, I know what it is.
Trash.
Yeah. The Sunday night game, the Colts at the Chiefs. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, right, Coach. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Eli?
Give me the Chiefs.
Phil?
Give me Jacoby Brisket.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
And now the Monday night game, the Browns at the 49ers, who are 3-0 if you need them. Browns at 49ers. I'm taking San Francisco. Coach?
The Rolling Browns.
Eli, I already know.
Give me them dogs, baby.
Phil?
I don't know. Give me, oh God, give me the Browns.
All right.
I gotta tell you, that's one game that I think about every game, especially the high school games, and try to think about stuff. I'm just Browns. That's a total homer call. I'm just like a hometown guy. That's the Brown. I'm going Browns. I'm picking Browns every week.
Every week. All right. So we ain't even got to ask Coach anymore. He's gonna be
So you mean to tell me, Coach,
and
after that
What's
bye
up?
week, when we go to Foxborough, you're picking the Browns?
That absolutely.
Because you know why? Because we're doing the NFL picks. There's really nothing on the line for the NFL picks. If the belt was on the line, I promise you he picked the Patriots. I promise you that.
There's
if there was a belt on the line.
There's no, and you know what? You cannot be more right.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. You are completely correct because I'm all about the belt. I'm all
Exactly.
about the belt.
All right. Well, listen, man, Coach. Right now, you're still a game in the lead. Hopefully, after this week, maybe I can make up some ground. I don't know. But still, Coach is still one game in the lead for the belt. It's sitting on the desk here, nice and shiny.
As long as Eli don't win the belt,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
happy.
Yeah.
Come
I
on,
win the
Coach.
belt, man.
Come on,
Yeah,
Coach.
come on, we can't have that.
We can't have that.
All right,
You
listen,
have no
Coach.
idea.
Again, we always appreciate you taking time out of your night to join us, man. Thanks for calling in, and we'll talk to you next week, and I'll probably talk to you sometime during the week as well.
Hey guys, a pleasure. Always a pleasure talking to you guys. I'll talk to you next
All
week.
right, Coach, you got it. Have a good one.
Hey, you too, guys.
You got it. Coach Riz. I love Coach Riz, man. Shout out Coach Riz, man. You know, and I appreciate that, man. He don't have to come on here every night and do the picks with us, man. But he's doing it. Coach is up one game in the standings. Tonight I'm gonna go back and I'm going to go over all the NFL picks, and I'll get those updated as well.
Y'all better not let me win the belt. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let me see something because I didn't check. How Eli? How you doing in the fantasy
I'm
today?
doing terrible today.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, are you doing terrible today? Huh?
Don't look at mine because mine
Let me
is
see.
probably even worse.
What's Eli doing?
I'm getting the crap kicked out.
Ew. Eli's losing by 30. At least I lost by almost 30 myself. I lost 62-41. But I had one guy on bye, and then McLaurin was out, so I had no chance, really. Eli is losing 51-21. At least you are losing to the champs, I guess. You know, so where's Baker? Oh, my God.
Don't look at that.
Phil.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I know it is because
Yeah.
I was looking at people who I know were on my team. I was like, oh, they not doing nothing.
Who got him all of his points? I'm trying to look and see who got him all of his points. That damn Wayne Gallman. He picked up. I can't lie. That was a good pick, man. He picked up Wayne Gallman, and Wayne Gallman got him 15 because everybody else didn't really do anything for his squad. Russell Wilson got him 9. Cook got him 7. That Gallman got him 15.
What do I have? 2?
He had DJ Chark. I'm talking about the guy that I played. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Tyler Lockett only got him 1. Eric Ebron only got him 10, and then the Texas defense got him 12. And I had Carson. Carson got me the most with 18 points. Nobody else did jack. Keenan Allen didn't do nothing. Christian Kirk didn't do nothing. McLaurin was out. Alexander Madison was out. Hawkinson got me 7. Cyber got me 10. And then the damn Colts defense got me 4. Ugh.
Exactly.
Damn it. Well, I wouldn't have won anyway. I had Jacoby Brissett. I got Jacoby Brissett. He scored 20. Carson scored 18. Wouldn't help me anyway. Either one I started. So, oh well, it is what it is. But I'll check the NFL scores and I'll see it. So Eli, what's that make you 1-3 now?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
The
train's
train's still
delayed.
gonna keep rolling
It's
though.
hey, the train is delayed.
Yeah, you got that right. You can say that again.
No, the train is parking, sir.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it ain't
The train is about to park.
Yeah.
You lose at least 1 or 2 more games,
You
done.
out. You out.
You done.
You better get on the win. That train better get on the track soon. Because if you
Don't worry about that.
you
It's
lose
gonna
the
get
next-
on the track.
you lose the next couple, it's a wrap for you, son. You can go ahead. What
Go ahead, keep submitting. Thank you for your donation.
Thanks-
We'll see you next year.
Thanks for coming out. Good night. That's it. You lose a couple more games. You better win next week. You lose next week at 1-4.
It's a wrap.
It's at 1-4. You getting real, and this is it. At 1-4, you're getting real close to I have to win out territory. You're very close to I have to win out at 1-4.
That's where I'm at. I was like, it's a bad year this year.
I think I'll be 2-2. I'll be 2-2 this time. So I'm okay still. At 1-4,
but at least I didn't do all the talking. That's all I got to say.
How's it taste?
I do.
How's the humble pie taste? Pretty good? Yeah.
I'm not gonna submit to it. I'm not. Nope.
Oh no, you need to submit to it.
Yeah.
You need to submit to it because it's turn out the lights.
Turn out how Don Meredith. Shout out Don Meredith. Rest in peace. You say he's on the original Monday Night Football casters, and he would always say, "Turn out the lights. The party's over.
Turn them off.
Turn out that light." I'm just saying, at 1-4, you are dangerously close to. I need to win out to make the playoffs.
You know that meme that says Thomas has seen everything that he wants to see. He wants to go home. Now that's how your train is rolling right now. It's rolling towards that. I want to go home.
I wanna go home.
Yeah, I'm so glad. You know what? This will make if I go 1-4 this year, and it looks like that all I need to do is just submit my lineup because I'm not gonna compete, which I still will just for the integrity.
Exactly.
I will still be happy. Do you know why? Because you got your ass handed
It's satisfying,
to you.
isn't it?
It is
satisfying?
so satisfying.
Satisfying.
You have no idea how
satisfying.
much garbage you talked
since
last year when me and Ken was in here in the playoff just talking about it. I'm finna come wreck your league. You ain't finna do. I'm finna win this belt. I'm finna do such and such. Oh, really?
They don't even and the dude. I mean, they only know half of what he was saying. We didn't. I mean, you know.
Okay.
This went on for months.
I mean, since what was last year's playoffs? What is that? December, January.
Yep.
Went on.
This went on for months.
The
whole off season, he was
just talking, hollering. I'm finna make your league relevant again.
And now he's gonna start rolling.
Now he sits comfortably at 1-3.
Yes.
And he lost by 30 today.
Good.
I still got Smith-Schuster going tonight.
Why didn't you start him last week? And I'm like, why didn't he start Juju? What are you doing?
He don't know.
He
don't know. Did you hear his answer?
I made a mistake. So.
And I was looking at and now while Stafford did have
he had 18. I know. I didn't start. I started golf instead of Stafford.
Although Stafford didn't do that bad last week, but I'm sitting there like, oh, so Eli gonna let that loyalty get to him, huh? He gonna stay there.
He was like that Browns defense. Yeah, go shut golf down.
Damn, who domination? Ooh, they had Phillip Rivers, Leonard Fournette, but they didn't really do much either.
My team is trash this year, dude.
Yeah,
even Deshaun Watson ain't doing nothing this year. I'm just like, dude, what are you doing?
I'm at 2-2. I'm okay. I'm comfortable. I'm at 2-2. This thing about this league is up and down, man. It's up and down.
I'm in win mode. Win now. I need to win next week. Otherwise, it's a wrap.
You need to win next week too, Eli. I'm serious. That's it. All trash talk aside, you got to have it next week.
You go 1-4, you out.
Yeah, bro.
You might as well thank you for your contribution. We'll see you next year.
Thanks coming out good night, like what Larry said. Thanks for your contribution.
Larry is
coming
hilarious,
out good night.
man.
I like that guy. I like him.
I mean, you are in gots to have it mode right now. 1-4 is because let me look and see. I just want to look and see. I want to just take a look at. I want to look at his division. I want to look at the divisions because let me see. You are currently, you are already in last place in the division.
Yeah.
So now you're 1-3. I'll be 2-2. One night stand is 3-0. So you already in last place in the division as it is. Yeah. Right.
Can we get a slow clap going?
I mean, Double MG 1-2. Are they winning?
At least he won.
Yeah,
I was just like, how his team has too much talent for him to be 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
Way too much
talent. Let me see what
talent.
he doing right now. What's Double MG doing right now? They crushed you. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Who did I play? That's who I played?
Yeah. 75-32 right now.
Yeah. I was getting mashed.
It's all right. So you are in gots to have it mode, sir.
Shit. Yeah.
Gots to have it. You go 1-4. Go ahead and hit that new sound we put in there. The yeah. Go ahead, hit that. If you go 1-4, that's what it's gonna be.
I promise you, if I go 1-4, I will put on my Facebook page, on the page, like, you know what? This is a lost season, and I'm okay with it. Because y'all thoroughly kicked Eli's ass this year. And I appreciate each and every OG that gave him the smacking that he deserved for all that mess talking he was doing all season. Shout out to all of you.
Word up.
I appreciate
Word
it.
up. Shout out to the OGs.
Let
man.
him know that this ain't easy. This ain't what you want.
Ain't nothing sweet. Ain't nothing sweet. Okay?
Came in with the fake championship belt and everything.
I don't like Larry, man. I'm looking at the page right now, man. I don't like this dude.
Larry is hilarious.
I don't like this dude.
He
man.
be hollering. What he post now? What it say? Let me see.
My name used to be the Iron Pigs. After the 1 o'clock games, I was down 4 points with 5 players left. Yeah, I know. Porky Pig swears.
I swear to God, it's like he takes the time to find these things so he can. He is crazy.
I know. All right, man. Look, that's gonna do it for us. We're gonna get out of here. Show is over. Shout out to Coach Riz for coming through. Baker, just be quiet, bro. Just play football. Can you just do that? Can you just play football? I'd appreciate that. I really would. I know some other Browns fans, like Phil, would too. Eli, whatever. All right, man. So we'll be looking for games to go to next week. We'll be reaching out to some of you guys. You know what I might do next week for guests? We might do a coaches show. I might reach out to some coaches this week, man. See if we can do a coaches show. Get some coaches in here from a few schools. See how we can work that out. Might do that. We'll see. But that's gonna do it for us, man. For Eli Robinson, for Phil Rucker, for Reggie Logan. Reg, stay up, bro. Stay up, man. We got you, Reg. Stay up for sure. That's gonna do it for us, man. Eli, take us out.
The name of the song is called Slums by SOB Productions. This is the Kawhi Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
We out here. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.